whatever topic we are discussing previously, all will be dependent on the next topic. Okay, because you're going to develop the application. You are not writing the HTML code H1, H2, that's it. No, you are going to design the application. Logic will be there. You have to write all the things. So if you missed at any topic, sure you will get the problem. So you have to be revise the previous one. So what are the topics we discussed still? Data binding. Next, anyone? Interpolation.
Interpolation, prop.
POLATIOA. Interpolation. Next, decorator. We had discussed this thing or not?
Okay.
Sir,
Decorator. Yeah, yeah.
previous decorate means property
In
interpolation and
decorator, we had discussed the type of decorator also. There were four type of decorator: class
yes, sir.
decorator, then a parameter decorator, method decorator, and one more decorator.
Property decorator.
Yeah, proper. I think property. So interpolation, decorator, internal application flow, internal application flow. Then next, what topic? Then component, then module, maybe a spelling mistake, ignore. Module, application flow, then selector, and data binding, interpolation, decorator, internal application flow, component, module, selector. Okay, let it to be. So this much topic we have discussed. These all are the important topic. Okay, from these all topic you will get the question in the interview. If you attending now also, then sure out of this much question, means this much topic, sure at least 4 question will be there. Okay, so if you have anyone having any doubt up to this topic, tell me. I will go quickly. I will not go more deep, but I will go quickly.
Sir, one time, sir.
Which one?
One by one, sir.
One by one, you telling to revise complete.
Yes, sir.
I can't go like that. If you have any topic, you had missed class from 5 days. If I will go completely, it will take time. If you
Sir,
have any,
internal application flow to component model selector.
and this itself will take too long. Do one thing. You can
Decorator
go
and
through the you can go through video. I don't know what you had studied and up to where you had covered. I have no idea. So I can't go that complete topic. Anyone means say any topic where you have doubt, confusion, then I will go just in brief, not much more. I not thinking that anyone having issue. But if you have, then see Vivekanand, if you will be means always on time, I will be always. Okay. Clapping is not possible with one hand. Okay. Today we going to discuss regarding the two-way binding. What was going in one-way binding? Can anyone explain? What we was doing in one-way binding case?
We'll transferring data from a TS file to view.
We
Okay,
transfer the data from component to view.
correct. So component, maybe a spelling component, component, and to view means HTML.
HTML.
HTML page.
And this is your view page. So in the one-way binding, suppose maybe you seen one-way road. What is it doing in one-way road? Any idea?
One
This is
direction.
your, yeah, only one direction. This is your one-way road. So means there will be no any separation in the middle. Correct? Means any vehicle that will be only they can pass means at one time only one vehicle will be allowed inside that one. If two vehicle gone means any by the way anyway two vehicles enter, it will be face some issue because a space is not that much. Correct? So on one way only one area, one direction will be possible. But when it will be two-way binding means when two-way came, then what will happen? In two-way, same time, one vehicle will come from that side also. Correct. So same thing be doing in the one-way and two-way binding case. Means in one-way binding, this is your one-way binding. One-way binding. And how we was doing with one-way binding? Means how we was binding the data. Which was that?
Interpolation, property binding.
Not to go with property, just go with interpolation. Okay. One-way binding, already I had told you have to explain just interpolation. But property binding, those you can explain in advance. Means you can explain, but only interpolation will comes under one-way binding. Fine. So in one-way binding, we are binding the data with the interpolation, and from where to where the data will flow. So data will flow from the TS file to HTML. Means component file to view file. Correct? Means then what we will write here actually inside the interpolation? Here what we are writing?
Variables.
Correct. So here we are writing the variables. Anyone having any doubt? We are writing the variable, and where this variable will be defined? Don't Dharmender, others will tell. Where this variable will be defined?
TS file.
TS.
TS file.
Yes, sir.
So it will be available on the TS file. Means I write it like this way. So via interpolation, we will bind that, and due to the variable and due to the interpolation, what will be effect on HTML page? What we got on HTML? We will get
That-
the output.
Yes, sir.
It will display the output. Correct. So in one-way binding, we are getting like this. So it's not like that we will create the variable and we will get data like that only. No, we can do, okay, in one-way binding, how we can get the data from HTML to TS and TS to HTML. How we can do? Means I telling you the question again. In one-way binding itself, I want the data from this page to this side, then this side to this side. How this is possible? Means on this we are doing any activity like passing the data in the input field or anything we are doing, and same thing we want to print on our HTML. Means anyway we are entering here on HTML page itself, and we are getting on HTML itself, but we are linking that on TS page. How this is possible? Which binding?
Event binding.
Correct. So that was
Events.
event binding. So what we was doing on HTML, we was creating the button, and then we was clicking that via event, and then with the help of method, we was getting the value on the TS page. Correct. And we was returning the value, or we was assigning the value to variable, and then the same variable it was displaying on the HTML page. Correct. And on HTML, how we was binding that variable or method? How we was binding that? With the help of
Variable.
no, interpolation.
Interpolation.
Correct. So with the help of interpolation, we was binding that method or variable name. So it was working like a two-way itself. So I will give one task and you have to do. Okay. Not now, later you can. So there will be one input field. enter email ID. Fine. So this is in your enter email ID. And once you will enter the email ID in the input field, there will be one button for the submit. Okay. There will button for the submit, and whatever email ID you will enter here. Okay. That will display on where? On bottom. Here you have to display. Otherwise, display here itself. Email ID is like this way. You have to display abc@gmail.com. Like this way, you have to display your value. Got my question? So when we clicking the button, value should be display on your HTML page itself. So how you will do? You have to think. I will give some simple suggestion, or otherwise, who will explain? Except Dharmender, Samir, yeah. Except these two members, who will explain what we will do internally? I not want correct, okay, but I want approx. What we will do? What we will do on HTML and what we will do on the TS page? I want some explanation. So let's say go on HTML. What we will do on HTML? Do fast.
One input
Take-
field.
Okay, fine.
Take one input field.
We will take input field. Next.
And submit button.
Button.
Okay, button. Fine. Next.
Passing one event.
Event passing.
Okay, in button we will pass the event. Correct? Event. Fine. Next.
In TS page.
1 second. Yeah, what we tell? Oh, TS page. Okay, fine. Okay, right here itself. Yeah, on TS page.
Passing that event.
Okay, correct. Means that not event, method. Okay, method. Next. Okay, see. Now just imagine the logic. We will not write. We will click the button submit. On the submit button, we have to pass, means we have to do some operation, means on the TS page, that whatever data is available in your input field, it will be get on that. Correct or not? As like in JS, document.get element by ID. That dot means suppose email ID is the ID. Email dot value. Correct? So like that, it will give you the value of that input field. Correct? And then we will pass to any variable. Suppose that variable name itself is the email. So suppose we created one variable that is email. Email equal to document dot get element nt by ID. Something we will write. Okay. Next. Means we got the value. Write that dot value also here. Yeah, we got the value on where? On which page?
In
TS
HTML.
page.
HTML.
Means
TS
input
page.
field. Yeah, sir. Right value.
This will be available on the TS page. So
Yeah.
now on TS page, we will get the email. Correct? Now next point. We getting the value on the TS page. How we will get this page? This because we have to print this email where? On the HTML. Correct or not? This one is the output value. So now we have to display that email value from the TS to HTML. How we will do? Because the value is, we will get value in the email field, email variable. So how we will get this on HTML?
Pollution.
Interpolation. Fine. So means when we will do interpolation here, then we will get the value. We will get that or not? What are you thinking? Means will this will work or not? Whatever we had written.
Sir.
Yeah.
The
Will this?
document dot get element by ID is possible to pass TS also.
Yeah, it will work.
Okay.
See, whatever we are writing in JavaScript, same thing we will write here also. Okay, it will work. Okay, so this is your task. Note down this task. Tomorrow I want the output from your end. Okay. If you want the screenshot, take this. Wait, I will. Tomorrow, everyone have to complete this one. I will not give you the code of this actually. Yeah, I given. So next, so with the help of event binding, what we doing actually? The help of event binding, what we had done? We had transfer, we had passed the data one way or two way. What are you thinking?
Two-way.
With the help of event binding, we was passing the data on two way or one way. So see. So what happening first with the event binding, where we are clicking that button, we are clicking the button on the HTML, means the data is going like this, correct? After that, on the TS file, again we are getting that data on our HTML, means the data is coming from TS to HTML, correct or not? This type it's working there or not? So this is known as the two-way binding, but event binding comes under the one-way binding. Okay, so in interview, maybe they are asking the question that how we can convert one-way binding into two-way binding. So with the help of a with the help of that event binding, we can convert that one-way into two-way. Okay, now we will move to the two-way binding. What is two-way? So already we understand that what is two-way. Two-way means moving the data from both direction. Okay, from HTML to TS, TS to HTML. But how we will do that? So let's see this. So in that two-way binding, what we will do? There is one symbol, a square bracket. Inside the square bracket, you have to pass the parenthesis. This is the symbol. Okay, for the two-way binding. So inside this variable, means inside the parenthesis, we will write the value. So this is the symbol for the two-way binding. So here, go to the document, we'll get the idea. So the two-way binding uses the syntax like this type. Okay, this table of content, no need. This also no need. So see here, what was the symbol different? Where is that? Yeah. Which symbol is this one? And which symbol is this one?
First one is property binding.
Sir, first
Property.
property, second one is
Event, sir. Second.
Yeah.
Second one is event.
I think everyone have a good eye. Already, I think they had seen from there. Who had seen? No one.
कहाँ सर कहाँ से
यहाँ पर ये image से.
अच्छा नहीं देख रहे.
No, sir.
Okay. So see. So in two-way binding, what we are doing there in the picture, you can see one is property binding, that is a square bracket, plus event binding that we are writing inside the parenthesis equal to two-way binding. Got it? After mixing both, it become the two-way binding. So how we will write two-way using the property and event binding? So there is one long sentence also. If we will not write like this, okay, if we writing the separate, then how we will write? See, there is one example, separate. I will take this code. Oh, I have to make the component also. Had you got idea overview of two-way binding or not? Where is that training? Open integrated terminal.
Sir, one doubt, sir.
Yeah.
In method, write there console.log. That time not showing in HTML. So that is also called means two-way binding. Means event.
Means okay. Means you writing that in the console. That time it will not show there. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that you can tell. Yeah, you can tell that because you're not going to use that, but you can't tell also. because the property, suppose here we are using, 1 second, let me create the component first. Because suppose you used this property, okay, this one symbol, and this is for the two-way binding, correct? This is for the two-way binding, and we will not print the value on our UI, but we are printing on value in the console. But we had used the method, means we had used the symbol that is comes under the two-way binding, correct? Praful, got it?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So it will be comes under the two-way itself, whether you printing the value on HTML or not, because you are using that method, means with the help of which two-way will work, that we are doing. Okay, so where is that selector, two-way binding, then component, two-way app component.html. Here is HTML. Oh, sorry, it got open. Spec file, remove this, two-way binding, fine. Yeah, we will go one by one. Okay, so first let me copy this line of code. So just to see what we had written here. So there example one, okay, fine. We taken one input field where we are writing the type equal to text. Then we had taken value equal to name, let it to be this, not issue. Then we had taken input equal to something. Then you enter, then button click, okay. So see this line, okay. This one is the, can you explain both separate? What is that? What is first value one? Value section. What is this one? Which binding? Property binding. And what about the second? Event binding. So it means, see, in this example itself, method one, there is first method that with the help of property and event combinedly we can do that. So that we are doing here. So here we have taken the property binding and method binding together. And then what we are doing, we are interpolating some value. But let's see whether, oh my God, 1 second. Yeah. So now what we had done, we taken the input. Am I audible or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here we taken the input and then we are passing that means whatever value we have to display, and then we have taken one button. Now we got some error. What is the error? Error occurs in template of component two-way binding. Okay, two-way binding, then button is there, means this button clear name, this is not available there. Correct, because this should be available where? Any idea?
Yes, file.
TS file.
TS file.
Correct, because that is like a method, so we have to create that method here. Now what are you thinking? Now we will get error or it will resolve? Let's see. Now it got compiled successful. Clear? But what that? Okay, now we got again that error. So next, name, because we are targeting that, but we are not writing that value on the TS page. So we will copy the complete line of code. So next, update component.ts with the following code. So some code is there. So there is one clear name, then variable. Let's copy this. Okay. So we created one variable that is name. Then we had taken the clear method. Then we are making that. What we are doing here? We are making that field empty. Okay. We are passing the empty value. Anything more changes? No. Now let's see. Okay, compile successful. Let's run the application. Okay, now entered value. Whatever we want. As we start typing, okay, your value getting printing on the bottom itself. abc@gmail.com means whatever we are doing the operation there, it passing the value at the same time. Got it? So this one is known as the two-way binding. But maybe you got too much complicated due to this line, that how this is working. So what happened here? It's a name property. So name equal to what it going to do? Event dot target dot value. So when we clicked this button, input is there. So when we are clicking, event is working, then target, it's passing the target, then it's taking that value. So don't worry regarding this line. So this is one method that we can do via that also. So here the explanation is written. I will not explain this line because I not want that one. So second thing, two-way binding, some element, same thing we will do via different way. That is known as banana in a box. Okay, keep in mind if you want, then otherwise no issue. This is known as banana in box, this symbol property, and inside that event binding. So what we will do, we will copy, where is that? Yeah. Okay. So how we are writing that? We are writing like this type. Let's copy this line. So this was example one. From this, what I had shown you that how the property means a two-way binding is working. As you typing the value, same type the value is displaying on the UI. Means as the event is triggering, same time be getting that. Now, so how we will write the property binding? We will not write like this type. Means this line, because it is somewhat lengthy. Okay, we are not using this sentence. When we are combining property plus event separate, that is the way of writing that one. So we will use this type. Okay, so what we will do here? So here we will take some tag. You have to take some tag, and this is the symbol already we had discussed, a square bracket. Inside this square we will pass the parenthesis, and here you have to pass a property, and here you will pass equal to some value. Got it? This is the sentence of a two-way binding. Keep in mind. So this type we will write the two-way binding. So this is your syntax syntax of a two-way binding. Clear? Now we will go on some examples. Then you will get the complete picture. So here is the examples. If you want, you can go through that, but I will not go. Okay, so see, the Angular uses the ng model directives. We will take the ng model directive for that, and to achieve the two-way binding on HTML form elements. Okay, so whenever we required two-way binding, we have to use the ng model, and after that we will take the which one, means we will use the ng model for the form directive, and here we will, one second, where it gone. Okay, then it binds a form element like input, select area, etc. Whatever input field we know from the HTML, those we can write directly here. So how we will write? Let's write one input field. Just we will take input, type equal to text, and whatever value we was passing previously also. Name field we was passing, then we was passing value field also. So whatever we was writing, we will write the same. There is no any changes that this is HTML, so there will be something different. No, all will be same. Got it? Next, but just one second. Okay, so what we will do here? We will write here ng model. Where it gone? Yeah, ng model and equal to value. So second thing, from where we will get this ng model? So ng model we have to import from somewhere. From where we will import, we will see that. So ng model is a directive placed inside the square and parenthesis as shown above. It is a directive. Already we know that. What is ng model? That's in the module we know that at the rate ng model directives. So this is assigned to the template expression. The template expression is the property in the component. Let it to be. So for using the ng model, wherever you required ng model, for that you have to import the form module. Okay. Or okay. Otherwise, just we will write the code. Then we will get the error. Then we will rectify that. Now see what we taken here. Your input field, let it to be this one. I not one. So here be taken name equal to something, name equal to value, and then be taken ng model equal to value. Means whatever value this input field will get, with the help of value, it will pass to the ng model. And after that, what we are doing here, we are passing that interpolation. From where this will, if this is interpolation, that value means where this value should be defined, on HTML or on TS. What are you thinking?
On
TS.
On TS. So we will define this thing on the TS page. So let's go the next line of code. Remove this completely, otherwise just let it to be. Oh, uncomment this. Okay, so what we done, and see this variable you can declare on the top itself. No need to declare here, but we have to go multiple example. That why I got it. Okay, so value equal to empty, then clear value equal to something, then this dot value. Anyone having issue in this line? How, why we taken this dot or anything like? Okay, so next. So what we had done here actually. So we taken one input field, we taken name property, we taken ng model. Okay, in ng model we are passing the value. From where this value is coming? Here we are taking that value. Okay, whether that value is coming or not, we will see later. But it is clear that in interpolation that variable is coming. Correct? But we have dot regarding this ng model. Next, I had told one line. When we using ng model, we have to import. When we
Form
using
module.
ng model, we have to import something. So
Form-
what we will
form module.
import? So what we will import? See, in the error, go through the error, maybe you will get some suggestion. If be getting, then okay. If be not getting, that's also okay. So see, can't bind to ng model since it is a known property of input. Be not getting any suggestion here. Okay. So for that, we have to import the form module. So let's see what we will do. So we will import the form module. So from where, from which package that is coming, that we have to, means at least some of the package we will keep in mind that from where that coming, because in interview they are asking something. So where we will import this file. So what is the naming convention? Form module. Means if this is form module, so where we will import, whether on the component or whether on the module. Shivani, Sweta,
Module.
it is, means as per naming convention itself we can get some idea. Okay, so who is, means root, whether component or whether module? Who will load first, component or module?
Module.
Module will load first. So we will go in the form mod, means in the module page, and we will import that. Okay, so what we will import? We will import, mute, who is that? So we will import a form module. So as per, means whatever we are following previously also, we will do the same thing. Then after this, write here, what we will write? Take that from where that, see now, whatever here you seeing that dot slash, everywhere dot slash, correct? This dot slash means these all packages are available in our local system. Okay, but if this package, means a package or file, whatever you can tell, this all are available in our local system. But if this will be not available in our local, or if we are taking that from the Angular package or third any some way, means say from the third party or anything, then we will use their name. So see on the top, you getting something @Angular, @Angular, correct? So these are not the local, it coming from the Angular server. Okay, so as like that, we will import the form module. So from where we will import the form module? We will pass @, we will write here Angular. You will get automatic the suggestion of that Angular, but it will come from the form section because the module are belonging in the form section. So we will write, see that Angular/form. You will, when you will use 2-3 times now, you will get in mind. We not have to remember these all things. We have to remember just a few of them. That's it. So ng form module, we will import the ng module from the form module, from the forms package. So Angular/form. Next, when you will put cursor here, just press Control space. You will get a lot of packages name here. But which one we want? We want ng module. Correct. See that. Sorry, we want only form module. So we will search this. Search that form. We getting form builder group form module is there, correct? So we will write that form module. After that, what we have to do? If we imported that form module, what we will do? Sweta, Shivani, what we will do? Praful,
Export the
Import, sir.
we will write in the import, correct? So we will pass inside the import section. So if you will pass inside the import section, then only you can access now this form module anywhere. But one thing you have to keep in mind, previously we had worked with a different module. Means one module is app module. After that, we have our custom module. We have our own module. So this form module should be available in your module. Means this is your app module. After that, suppose a student module, and you are using ng module in the student component. So this form module should be available in your student module, that module itself. Otherwise, maybe you will get error. Okay, so that's fine. So, but anyway, we will import the form module and then we will add inside the import section. Up to here, anyone having issue? How to import the form module? And why we imported? We imported the form module because we was getting error, and we was getting error because we was using ng model, and or using ng model, you have to import the form module. Then only you can use that. Because now see, error will not there, then I will tell you. Now error is not there, it compiled successful, correct? One second, what error is there? Can't find ng module since it is not non-property of, I think I have to compile again. Oh, sorry, I had not saved that file. See, take care, if you will not save the file, you will get the issue. Now it's compiling Angular form from the ES 2015 as ES 2015. What happened? This is likely in that Angular form. Okay. Export declared, compile successful. I think now it's fine. Let's see. We got any error? No error. Let's start writing. Value. Value is there. Then value is there also. Okay. It's interpolation. That's okay, fine. Clear is working. Clear is also not working. 1 second. What happened? Something we have to import here also. Let me compile again. Control C. ng-serve. Go through the code one time. We have taken the form module. Okay. Open app module.ts following changes. Fine. Import form module. Then we taken the value. It's clear. It's okay. ng model data property. Check the naming convention. We are taken correct or not? Form module. Okay, got it. Import. Where is that? What was that section? Format document. Form module should. Yeah.
When we take an import and take under the export also method.
No. Actually, I know the error. Wait. Where is that? I searching that symbol actually. Sort by, I think. So hierarchy, rename format document, change on occurrence. Cut this line and paste on the top. Because before importing your before loading your form module, your component get loaded. That's why it's not working. Now it will work. It working. That was the issue. See what we had done previously. Go through the error, then you will get more clarity over that. Here we taking the app means a module, correct? Means why this package we are requesting ng module method which we had used on the HTML, correct? This ng model. So when you are importing the file, the sequence will matter because already we know that how the JavaScript code is working, line by line execution, correct? So when we are requesting means when this file get loaded to a binding component.html or ts whatever, that time what happened, it requested for the form module. And where is the form module available, before this or after this? That is available after that line to a binding, and due to that it not get, because if you will write the JavaScript file, or suppose that if you writing the style itself, sometime you will not get. If you had written after the HTML line of code or even the style something, it will be the problem. So we have to write in the sequence. So this should be on the top. If you will write here also it will work, because anyway we had put it that form module first. Who is on unmute?
सर और बिलो राइटिंग पे वर्क नहीं करेगा सर?
नहीं, नो,
सर वर्क तो कर रहा है.
कहाँ वर्क कर रहा है? मेरा तो नहीं किया,
ये में तो कर रहा है.
पता नहीं, देखता हूँ. Okay, so now we written that on the form module on the top, and then we had written this, but means this way you have to write anyway. This is the proper one. Something option was there actually. I think refactor, convert name, export. No. Let's verify. Written form module on the top. Okay, that's fine. This will work because form module is requesting and it reached here. Now came down. I think it should will not work. Let's verify whether it's working. Yeah, it's working there also. Okay, but anyway, we will not write like this. Module should be always on the top. Okay, keep in mind. This is the proper way of writing the code. Actually, there is one option. I forget that name. With the help of that automatic all means which will be on the first, which will be on the second, it will come automatic. You not have to do anything. So call hierarchy, name, format, source action. I think, yeah, this one. Sort import. Just you have to click on organize import. It will auto import it. It will auto organize all the things. See, it came ng module top, then form module, then browser module, then a student module, your module, then a routing module. Everything came automatic. It will get arranged properly. Okay, and not only here, I think in this section also it will import. Yeah, so wherever it required, it will get imported. So how to get that option? You will source action. Okay, click that and organize import, or otherwise sort import. Let's see what it going to do. That also doing the same thing, but organize import, I think that will work. So it will auto import means automatic means place the order wise. Okay, how the sequence should be like that. So you have to follow like this step. Okay, so what we had done, we had imported that form module first, and after that we are going to use on our component. So what we doing here, we are using ng model. If we will not use it, means suppose that now go and comment this. Where is that? See, now we are not moving inside the output. We are just doing surgery on the top level itself, on the importing section, that whether we will not import, then what will the issue, like that. Then we will go more examples. First, whatever we are discussing, key point, just keep in mind. So now we had commented form module. Now just check whether we getting the output or whether we getting the error. So it's working fine. How it working?
सर सेव किए थे क्या?
We had saved. Oh, yeah, we got the error below. Yeah, we got error because ng model it will not bind. Let's see. But it giving means output is coming, but error is okay. So here the error somewhere, I think some issue is there. Maybe due to that, again I have to compile, because if you will done any changes in the means app mod means module section, then you have to start the server again. Sometime it becoming the problem. Okay, so when we are writing the ng model, then we have to import that. And what we had done here, we had not used in the import section. Okay, so we will assign that. Now, when we are assigning that inside the import section, you will not get any error now. Okay, now come to our code. We had imported inside that app module. So are we going to do anything on the app means sorry component file also? So on component file, no need to do anything. Correct. Now come to the TS page. Sorry, HTML. what we had done here, we had written one input field, type equal to text, name equal to we had taken value, ng model equal to value, and here we are passing that interpolation. Do one thing. Take this value in the place of values and let's save what it going to do. Whether this is working fine or not. Let's type something. We getting the value. How we getting the value? Now see. Now rename this one. Okay, and save. Now pass the field. Now we are not getting the output. What happened here? And here we getting something error. Value DD. Where is that? 1 second. Two-way binding. Yeah, value DD, because it's not finding. So what is happening here actually? Remove this also. So on TS page, what we are writing? We are writing the value. So with the help of inside this value property, whatever we are writing on the HTML page here, okay, whatever we are writing with the help of name equal to value, it going to bind on the binding on that variable part, and from that variable we are getting this value. Okay, so let's do one thing. Rename this value on the TypeScript also and here also. So take this values, save. Now you will get the error because it will search this values on TypeScript, but it will not get. Correct? Now error came. Now rename this values. Now rename this values. Now save. Okay. Now let's start typing. Now be getting the error. Means be not getting the output. Why? Because we are typing this, means we had renamed the variable that is values, and with the help of which variable we are binding on HTML, with the help of that itself from the TypeScript, correct or not? So this should be the same variable name which is available on our TypeScript page. So let's bind now. Yeah, it get run. Now execute. Now pass the value. So now whatever we are entering, that is coming. So what we had done here, we had taken one ng model, and inside ng model we are passing one variable, and with the help of this variable, okay, do one thing, remove this also, whether it's working or not. So this will work. That also not required. Okay, it's fine. Now clear this. So what we done here, we had taken one input field. For the passing the value from HTML to TypeScript, we use the ng model. And as we are typing the value in the HTML file, means in the input field, with the help of ng model, it going, means whatever variable we are passing there, it going on the TypeScript. Okay, as we are passing the value. So it came on the TypeScript here previously, because previously it is empty. Do one thing. Pass here some value. A, B, C. Now save. Now see where you getting the value.
I think
so
both,
where
sir.
we got the value ABC, correct? Because whatever we are writing with this variable section, we getting that. But as you will click clear, you will get that empty, because after clear, this variable, this is the value, it become the empty, correct? But what we are doing in the two-way binding and how this working. So as we are entering the value in the input field, with the help of ng model, this variable will take the value and it will assign on the TS page, correct? It assigning on the TypeScript page. This variable or this variable, both are same. So don't be confused. After that, we want to print on our HTML page. So be taken that interpolation. Remove this, we not want anyway. So tell me, had you got any idea that how this worked or having doubt? We will do somewhat more examples. Had you got some idea or not?
Yes,
No
sir.
idea?
We got idea, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So let's see. We will do something more. This increment, let it to be this also. 1 second. Some example is there or not? For using ng model directive, we have to import the form module. Okay. Keep in mind this thing. Okay. Example is not written there. I will give that example. One example is there for increment and decrement. There at the rate input and at the rate output. Something is there, but you don't know. But if you want to look over this example, just a copy paste, it will work. Okay. But we will use, means we will practice somewhat more example. Let's see. So what we have to do, I will give you scenario, you have to think. There is one input field, okay, to enter your name. There is one input field to enter your name. Okay, and whatever name you are entering, display there. Display the name where? On UI. Who will tell? Shivani, Praful, Sweta.
Yes, sir.
Will you try? Okay. Enter name. Yeah, tell. What we will do? Just hit and try.
Sir, first create one input field.
Okay. So we will take one input. Next, type equal to text. Fine.
And two-way binding right there, ng modules.
Okay, 1 second. So we will take here label. Okay, and enter name. Okay, let's save first and just verify whether it's correct or not. Go one by one step. So okay, enter name, it came, and input field also came. What is now next step? We have to print some name here, and as we will pass the value, it will display. So next step,
Your value equals to
Two-way binding ng modules.
two-way binding ng model. So we will write ng and M should be capital. Okay, hit this.
Because of camel case.
Yeah. So here you have to write the first starting should be capital, means sorry, small. Starting should be small. After that, capital letter, then remaining will be small. Like that, you have to follow here. But it will be not always. You have to keep in mind that which will be. Okay. So ng capital M model model. Next equal to, correct. But here we will write this. This should be
Two-way binding.
Bracket and parenthesis.
we will write inside the square bracket, and then we will write inside the parenthesis. Then we will pass this ng model. Okay, we will not change this name anyway. Okay, because this is not our name. This is universal. This is globally from the Angular library. Okay, So next, whatever we will print there means whatever we want to, means whatever value we are printing there, we want to display, or anyway, we want to pass that value in console. First print in the console itself, let it to be. So what we will do? So how to link up with the HTML to TypeScript page? What we will do after this, Shivani? After this, up to this, fine. Next.
Where is
Interpolation, sir.
Okay, Samir, I will come back to you. Just wait. Yeah, and it's not interpolation. Okay. Praful, wait. Now Shivani, tell. After NG module, up to here, Praful told. That's correct. After this, Sweta. Roshan. Anyone? Vivekanand. What we was writing
Service.
there?
Value, sir.
Value.
Get element by ID.
Get element by. Oh my God. Wah, Amardeep.
Yeah.
Oh, name.
Yeah.
variable?
Yeah.
Variable, sir.
अमरदीप अलग ही अमरदीप अलग
हमारे
ही
भी
सो
हम
रहे
आपके
हैं.
साथ हैं.
Okay, here we will write the variable, any variable. Okay, so I writing name value. Okay, don't think always we will write the value part. That's why we are writing here name value. This become the variable. Now save. Now next, Vivekanand. Next step, I have to display this thing on TypeScript page. Means inside the console. Okay, Shivani, tell me why we got error. In below, we getting the error. What is the reason?
Sir, that value not passing TXT.
This value not passing on
TXT.
TS page. Correct, means it is not available on the TypeScript page, because a NG model, it will search this value from the TypeScript page. Means this should be available on our TypeScript page. Correct. So let's pass that on TypeScript. This is example 2. This is example 1. And this is example 3. Okay, so what I want this variable to be defined here. Correct. Okay, so let's say, can we write like this directly? Let's save and let's see whether we get any error. So we not got any error, because this variable, it's searching on the TS page and it getting that there. Correct, it getting that because we had defined that variable. Next line, I want to print this value in the console. I want to print that value in console section. What we will do? Okay, let it to be console. Go in on HTML itself. After this, who will tell? Up to here, correct. Means we had written that variable on the type HTML with NG model. Same variable be defined on the TypeScript. You know what happened up to here? The data got linked from the HTML to TypeScript with the help of this variable name. Means now whatever you will type on your HT input field, the data will be available with this variable. Okay. In this variable, you will get that value. So next line, what we will? Next, I want to print that value on HTML. So which variable holding the value now from the input field? Anyone? Which
Name
variable?
value, sir.
name value. So this variable now getting the value from the HTML. So now tell me, from TypeScript to HTML, how we will pass? Which one?
Interpolation.
Interpolation.
Interpolation, sir.
Interpolation. And inside interpolation, what we will write?
We'll write one paragraph and
Name value, correct, because this variable holding the value on our TypeScript page. Let's save and just see whether we getting or not. All right, now click this console. Okay, we start writing and we getting the value, correct, because we had interpolated here. As you deleting, it will delete there. As you increasing the value, this will increase. Means a two-way winding. As you are printing on UI, same time you getting that on UI. Means on the road, two-way road is there. You can go, you can come, like that. Okay. So next line. I not want to display directly like this type. I have to display proper that your inter name is like that. How we can do?
so we are going to take one paragraph and inside the
Okay.
paragraph we have to pass that.
Okay, take one H1 tag and your name is correct, and I want the name also in the bold letter. So let it to be pass here itself, but it will break into new line because a block level element. Go inside, that's will fine and save. Let's see. Your name is ABC. Got it. So this type we can bind the data from the HTML to TypeScript and TypeScript to HTML. So TypeScript to HTML is same interpolation itself, but in two-way winding, how we can pass the data from the HTML to TypeScript, because previously we had learned how to take the data from the TypeScript to HTML with the help of interpolation. But how we will transfer the data from the HTML to TypeScript? That is with the help of which one? NG model. Correct. So just only one line of a code. That's it. NG model pass the variable name, and this variable should be available where? Where it should be available?
Yes.
In TS page. So that's why we had written this on the TS page. Now my second question, I want to print this data in the console. Means the same time I want to print in console also.
Sir,
So
console.log and pass the name value inside.
it's right. So it will give you error here. You can't write console.log here. You have to write this inside the method or constructor. So I will write inside the constructor itself, console.log. Okay. So who is holding that value? So name value. Correct. So I will not define this variable here. I will go on that. Okay, let it to be, but I will define on the top also. So how to define on the top? So we can define here and okay, pass that type as a string. Let it to be and no more anything. Yeah. So why we getting error here? Anyway, we not want this value here. Remove this because we had created just one variable. Just write this there itself. Okay. Next, where we will pass this value for printing the data in console. Inside the console section.
Inside.
Correct. Let's say print that. Now tell me the error. Why we got the error? What it want? What?
Sir, we are going to write this dot name value, sir, because we are in constructor, sir.
Okay, so do one thing. Just whatever we had told, click on the balloon, this blue color balloon, and see add this dot. Okay, click this. and after that click means just verify also. Control and click. See that name value a string whatever we had written. Okay, let's save and see. Check the console. Let's see whether we getting or not. I don't know whether we will get or not. Where is that console section? Fine. Let's start writing. What happened? We're not getting. If we will write inside the ng on init. Oh, okay. We will not get this. I got it. Because we are typing each time your page is not reloading. That is the main thing. See this undefined is there on the top. Because see what is happening here now. When we are start writing, your page is not refreshing. Means nobody is refreshing your page. And by default starting, there is no value. That's why we getting the undefined. If we are going to type this, means if we are start typing this one and your page will get refresh, then only you will get the value. But on UI, we will get the value. Correct. If you want to pass some value by default, let's try. Pass that RAHUL, Rahul. Now this value will be available in your console. Got it? This value is available in the console. But now when you will start typing, your page is not refreshing. Due to two-way binding on your UI that is coming, because Angular have the property, means Angular have that functionality that with the help of a interpolation, we can get that data. But if you will delete this, you will not get here. But yeah, we can get that in the upcoming. We will learn other functionality, then we will get that also. For right now, it's not possible. Okay, fine. Next thing. So up to this, anyone having any issue? Tell me.
Sir, one doubt.
Yeah.
Sir, only constructor passing in calling the method.
Yeah. Okay. No, not only constructor. We can write in ng on init also, and different things will come when we will learn life cycle of Angular. Maybe if you attended interview, then they are asking that life cycle of Angular. Okay. So we will learn that life cycle of Angular. Then we will see on which stage which one getting called. Okay. Not only constructor, on ng on init also we can do the same thing. Okay. Don't worry. We will discuss this thing. Tell me, anyone having any doubt up to this?
सर कोई तो तरीका होगा ये डायरेक्ट इनपुट टैग को प्रिंट करने के लिए कंसोल में?
हाँ, कर सकते हैं, बट यहाँ पर टू वे बाइंडिंग के कारण नहीं हो पाएगा. मतलब है तरीका, रिफ्रेश आपको करेगा पेज, वो हम लोग आगे देखेंगे, उसके लिए टेंशन नहीं.
ओके
सर सिंगल बाइंडिंग में ऑप्शन है कि नहीं जब टू वे बाइंडिंग नहीं है तो?
व्हाट मींस सिंगल बाइंडिंग? वन वे बाइंडिंग
मतलब कि
करेक्ट?
यस
One
यस
second.
वन वे
binding. 1 second, wait. We will come on the track. We will go track by. One way binding means the data will transfer from where? TS page to HTML.
TS to HTML.
Correct?
Yes.
If you are doing
Yes.
now whatever changes here, is this possible in the HTML means a one way binding? This thing?
No.
Because in one way binding, you can't do anything on your HTML page. Correct?
Yes.
Because data is coming from the TS. Here itself, this one is the one way binding, correct or not?
Yes.
Others, is this clear? This is the one way binding because here we are interpolating the value and here we are passing the value, and due to the passing value we are getting that value here. Means in two way binding we are passing the value from this field, and due to the one way binding, mean due to interpolation, we are getting that data from the TypeScript to
सर
HTML.
ये वैल्यू बटन के मदद से आ जा रहा है लेकिन डायरेक्ट नहीं आ पा रहा है.
हाँ, बटन से तो आएगा क्योंकि वो डेटा को कलेक्ट कर लिया ना.
वही.
हाँ, बटन से तो आना ही है क्योंकि वो लास्टली तो वेरिएबल को असाइन कर दिया गया. ओके फाइन. but we can get that value directly also there. Subscribe method is there. Different methods are there. Okay. Oh, don't worry. We will do that. So next thing, if we are printing means we are typing the value. We want to empty the value means we want to some button. With the help of that button, we want to clear this field. How to do that? Sweta, tell me. How to clear this input field with the help of a button? Means there is one button, clear button. Okay.
To create one.
Sweta is there or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I taken one button that is clear. Okay. Now I want to, when I clicking this button, my data should be clear. Means input field should be empty. Now something is came, Rahul. I not want anything available on our UI page when we are clicking this input field. Tell me how we can do that.
By using event binding, can you click get an interface?
Oh, you want the click event.
Yeah.
Okay, click event.
And pass manually.
Okay, make one method clear. Is this fine?
Okay.
Okay, now Shivani Kumari, tell. Next line. What we will do? Is she available?
No.
No. Shivani Sinha. She is also not. Vivekanand.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, tell. How to write the logic for remove that make empty input field. Vivekanand, next your turn. Keep in mind how to make this empty. When we will click this, Sweta suggested to make one button, click event. That's fine. Next line, what we will do?
In create space, pass clear that
So
method.
we will create that method. Okay, let's say write that method here. Example number 3. Okay, make that method this one. Next, inside this, which variable is giving the value?
Name value.
Name value, that is the variable. So means sure something we have to do with name value. Is this correct or not? Because this variable is passing the value Rahul there. And when we click, when I want to click the button clear, that time this value should be empty. Now
Can you-
tell me, yeah.
Line number 33, we can pass one variable and empty.
Why I will pass a variable? Already some variable is there with Rahul. Next, tell me next after this, what I will pass. Vivekanand, tell me what I will pass now. If you have I, you can write the answer there. That is the case. Let's verify who have a good eyesight.
Sir, empty.
For single
Let's-
quotation.
Anything, single, double, anything, no issue. Let's verify. Format the code. Once you will format the code, automatic semicolon, this, that, you will get those things. So let's compile. Yeah, compile success. Rahul is written there. Click this button. Data gone. Reload the page again. Click this. Data gone. Okay. Now write something. Click this. Data gone. Got it? What we done? We taken that button. Button this, that is not the matter. Matter is this variable. We are doing that means when we are clicking, we are making that variable empty string. That's it. Clear? Having any doubt, anyone? Tell me. Anyone? Vivekanand,
Sir.
had you got it? Yeah.
सर अगर हमको टैग से डाटा लेना हो तो
तू एक ही दिन में एंगुलर पढ़ जा पूरा. अरे टैग से लेना है तो डॉक्यूमेंट लेना. डॉक्यूमेंट डॉट गेट एलिमेंट बाय आईडी.
सर वो तो जानते
विल
हैं
नॉट टेल बिकॉज. हाँ तो फिर और कौन सा
यहाँ
टैग से
पे
डेटा लेना?
सर इसमें यूज नहीं होता है क्या सर?
अच्छा, डॉक्यूमेंट डॉट यूज होता है, सब होता है. गॉट इट दिस वन. धर्मेंद्र, क्या तुम्हारा क्वेश्चन है? कौन सा
सर
टैग
इस
से?
मतलब कोई भी टैग हो उससे अगर उसका डाटा हमको लेना हो कंसोल में या कहीं भी,
कौन डेटा? मैं समझा नहीं. जिसे
जैसे कि
टैग-
H1 में कोई डाटा लिखा हुआ है, कोई कंटेंट है,
हाँ,
हाँ उसको हमको प्रिंट कराना है सर ऑन
ये H1 का पूरा.
H1 का पूरा डाटा.
हाँ तो कर सकते हैं.
कैसे सर?
कौन सा टैग है जेएस में?
जेएस में सर तो वो इनर HTML से ले लेते हैं.
इंटरटेक्स
नहीं, वो नहीं है.
डॉट इनर HTML से ले लेते हैं आईडी के थ्रू सर.
नहीं, वो नहीं है, शायद दूसरा एक टैग है.
वही है सर, उससे ले लेते हैं सर.
तो यहाँ भी ले लेंगे.
सर ये दूसरा तरीका बताइए सर, ये तो हम जानते हैं ना.
दूसरा
जैसे
तरीका
कि
हमें
ये
नहीं आता.
LG मॉड्यूल है लेने के लिए इनपुट टैग से,
हाँ,
वैसे कोई
नहीं वैसा एंगुलर कुछ नहीं है भाई. एंगुलर ये सब नहीं करता है. जो तुम जावास्क्रिप्ट, HTML, CSS कर रहा है वही यहाँ लगाया जाता है. ठीक है. एंगुलर कुछ जो है अपना फंक्शनलिटी देती है. ऐसा नहीं है कि ये पूरा HTML को चेंज मार देगा, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. बात समझे?
सो सर इसके लिए यहाँ पे आईडी देना पड़ेगा हमको.
हाँ. See, means what you want actually? You want this complete tag itself.
नहीं सर, जो टैग के अंदर वैल्यू वो टोटल वैल्यू,
This value you're telling.
कंटेंट,
Your
टोटल
your
कंटेंट.
name is this that content.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then you can go with that tag itself. I think a document dot get element by tag name, something like that maybe.
डॉट इनर HTML.
Yeah. So after that you will get this content completely. See, whatever we are writing just JavaScript itself. Okay. We are not writing anything in TypeScript.
सो मेरे को लगा सर कि इसके जैसा कोई और भी होगा तरीका.
No. Okay. Fine. So next, I want one more value, means I want one more button, and with the help of that button, I will change the value. How to change the value? In place of Rahul, I will print there Ramu. How to print? Who will tell? Vivekanand, will you tell? वो है कि नहीं भाई विवेकानंद?
हाँ है सर.
हाँ ठीक है. Now change the value. In place of Rahul, I have to print Ramu.
Sir, that method is on change method, sir.
Your name is Vivekanand on Aadhaar card.
ऑन चेंज मेथड लगाइए सर.
सही. क्या ये समीर क्या बोले? ऑन चेंज मेथड पूरा.
हाँ.
समीर पता नहीं कहाँ से ये गूगल बाबा ही बन गया है पूरा. Okay. So what we done here? We written change method and then means a click event we had passed. Then we written the change. In place of Rahul, I have to print Ramu or any name. How to print? Praful, Roshan is there. अमरदीप, चलिए अमरदीप से भी पूछ ले वरना वो गुस्सा नहीं तो हो जाएंगे.
नहीं सर, हमको
Roshan is there, Vivekanand, Amardeep. Okay, fine. Actually, I don't know who all is there. Yeah.
सर वो एम्प्टी स्ट्रिंग में आप रामू लिख दिए ना सर.
हाँ समझ गए. बस. विवेकानंद, टेल मी. अगर कान सही होगा तो कुछ बता दोगे.
Sir, can I?
Yeah, okay, tell. So how we was making empty?
Sir, line number 32, we can pass Rahul.
Okay, this line.
Sir, inside the quotation. That's
Yeah.
simple.
So just here with the help of single quote, we was making empty. Now I want some name. Suppose Ramu. Anything. Just pass here. That's it. Because if you will change, means when this event will get executed, this variable will get that a new value. Correct. Let's verify and save. Click this. We got that Ramu. Clear the value. Change that value. We got Ramu. Clear. Enter something. Change. Clear. Got it. What we had done. Anyone having issue still? Vivekanand, is this clear? What we done?
सर
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
ऐसा कुछ जो हम चेंज करें सो
तू
इनपुट
ज्यादा
टैग में
जादू
चेंज नहीं
तू जादू ना दिखाओ. तू खाली पता नहीं कहाँ से का सोच ले रहे हो. क्या बोल रहे हो तू? बोलो.
सर मैं चेंज बटन में हम लोग प्रेस किए हैं तो रामू कर रहे हैं, फिर चेंज बटन दबाए तो फिर राहुल आ जाए.
हाँ आ जाएगा. नॉट कंडीशन लगा देंगे, हो जाएगा.
सर मैच करा देंगे सर. इफ रामू है तो रामू दे, या रामू नहीं है तो राहुल दे. इफ कंडीशन लगा देंगे तो तब भी हो जाएगा सर.
Something condition we will pass like this. Hide and show like that. We will learn this later also.
टॉगल सर.
Yeah, means a toggling between
टॉगल
that.
काम करता है.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, got it. What we done. So how the NG model means two-way binding is working. With the help of this type, we can transfer the data from the HTML to TypeScript and TypeScript to HTML. This was complete two-way binding. So I will just one time go with the overview of that. So no need of this thing button. Okay, we want some extra advance. That's why we had added. Otherwise, two-way binding is this part only. Okay, so don't be confused that this much things is required only in the two-way binding case. No. Okay, let's go one time overview. Remove this also. So we return one name value. Okay. After that, what we had done? Where is that variable? This variable is there. Let it to be this variable itself. This variable. What is happening here? Who will explain this complete line? When we start typing on HTML, means the flow will start from here, correct? From the HTML section. And write the interpolation also. Where? Yeah, here itself. Who will explain this? How it's working? Sweta? Okay, Praful.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, tell.
First, write their input field and pass the ng modules in two-way binding, means HTML to TS and TS to HTML. Data means two-way binding, means getting the data and,
Okay.
and passing the variable in means source in
On TypeScript.
yeah, TypeScript, and write there in any variable name and empty, and passing their HTML in interpolation in
Yeah.
variable name, and this is called two-way binding.
Yeah, that's okay. No issue. Correct. So see what we done. We passing the value in the input section. So as we passing the value in the input section, with the help of this name, means with the help of this ng model, okay, the value is getting assigned to that variable part. Means as your page will get loaded, if you had written here ng model equal to something, it will search on your HTML page that it is there or not. Okay, it should be available on both places. So when you as you start typing on HTML page, so what happened here, it will whatever value you are entering here in the input field, with the help of this variable, it will assign on this one on the TypeScript page, correct? And with the help of, and now
It means it the hold the data on the time.
Yeah, it will hold the data on the TypeScript page, and we know the interpolation will work from the TypeScript to HTML page. So that variable who is holding the value, that will be, means with the help of the interpolation, we will wind that variable on our HTML page. That is the complete flow. That variable, this variable is transferring the value. This variable is transferring the value to HTML to TypeScript page, and from TypeScript page, we will get the value on our again HTML page. Anyone having any confusion and doubt? Tell me. Who having doubt? Anyone? Vivekanand, clear or having doubt? And in one-way binding, we are writing this interpolation symbol. You had not attended the class, so I'm telling you this interpolation. Okay, this is known as interpolation actually. Due to that, we can print the value. And this name, this is variable actually. And this should be available on our TS page. Then only we can get that value. Anyone having any issue? Sweta, Shivani, Amardeep, Praful, Roshan. Okay, so here one examples, you can check this. Means you can practice by your side. So you will get some extra. Don't worry that one. Whatever that ng module is working, just you can check that. Otherwise, let me copy. Just it will take 1 minute. That's it. Nobody has spoken means I think no doubt. Fine.
No, sir, no.
Okay, fine. Example number 4. Let me copy this line also. Oh, okay, 1 second. I will copy this line only. These are basic things, but with the help of basics only we can develop the application. So from the starting itself, try to revise all the concept. Don't think that one time, one shot we will do. It become complicated if you will do one shot. Example number 4. Next, template. What is this? Why taken the template here? Okay, let's copy this line to HTML. Okay, already it's taken or not? No. Okay, then import. Okay, 1 second. And anyway, these all coming from the same package. We will pass inside here itself. Let's run this code and see what is happening here. So this is increment. So current count, and where is decrement? Any decrement process is also going. What is this? Error occur in two-way binding. Count.
सर डिक्रीमेंट अंदर अंदर हो रहा है सर, वो इनविजिबल.
Oh, in visual. Event emitter, no, only one way binding it's showing here. Count, okay, button is increment, fine. Then increment process, okay. Then where is that? Then
हमको
count equal
का
to
इतना लंबा चौड़ा काहे किया है प्रोसेसर को,
clear
कोई
count.
समझ नहीं आ रहा है
तुमको समझ ही में नहीं आएगा.
इंक्रीमेंट डिक्रीमेंट के लिए।
तुमको समझ में आ जाता तुम डेवलपर ना बन जाते हैं. कहाँ गया भाई क्लियर काउंट, ये नहीं लिया. ओके यही लेना पड़ेगा क्लियर काउंट को. इंक्रीमेंट क्लियर काउंट. Clear count, then count equal to visitor count equal to 0. Let's save and see that it's working. Can't bind count since it is not known property of a counter. Line number 36. No. If counter is an Angular component, then verify that it is a part of module. Okay, 1 second, somewhere mistake happened. This counter dot emit count equal to. Okay, it's coming from the different component actually. Sorry, because input and output they had taken. Because we are using input and output for parent and child communication. This data is coming from the other component. But anyway, this is not the lengthy process. This one is the process only. Okay, the data is coming from other component that they had done. But anyway, when we are doing that increment, we are getting the value, clear this. So this become the two-way binding actually. We are increasing and we are getting, means here whatever code is written, this is for the taking the data from the different component. That is the main thing. Okay, anyway, no issue. So we covered two-way binding. So up to now, anyone having any doubt? One-way binding, two-way binding? So we covered this thing. Okay, what is the next topic? Two-way binding 7. Okay, next is directives. Now I will stop the Angular here. Okay, now I will start the JavaScript. Whatever pending topic is there, we will complete that one.